It's the Full Force News Burst brought to you by GeneralsJoes Reborn.com with me, Diagnostic 80. Hasbro give us their second update for Haslab Unicron, and there are cats. It has been a busy old day at Hasbro today. We've had G.I. Joe as the focus of Fan First Friday with Snake Eyes being officially revealed, his pre-order going up, Tracy Ching did an interview about her amazing artwork for the packaging, and they've been streaming the old Sunbow cartoon since midday, and we are currently on There's No Place Like Springfield Part 1, if anybody was wondering. But it wasn't just G.I. Joe who got a bit of the limelight. Transformers had to sneak in there as well, didn't they? Yes, we have the second update from the Haslab team regarding that beautiful Unicron. So, despite COVID-19, the engineering team have been busy making sure things are progressing, as we got a look at images of a T1 sample, which stands for Test 1. The Hasbro Pulse website explained, "It's the first time we run the moulds with plastic, so the sample is very rough. It's not the final colours and the parts don't all fit exactly right at this stage. We normally don't see T1 samples in Rhode Island, usually we wait until EP1, which stands for Engineering Pilot 1, to get the first samples. But for the immense Planet Eater, we wanted the samples earlier in the process." The image we got to look at showed a mould with Unicron's face. This is what the plastic is run through in the factory. We also got to look at the T1 sample, clocking in at a whopping 27 inches tall with his stand. He also measures in at a rather insane 16 inches in width without rings, and a planet-sized 32 inches with the sodding things. This is the first image of the toy in plastic form in what I'm calling his T1 G2 variant deco. I kid, it's just a random selection of plastics, much like the G2 line. Again, I kid, I bloody love the decos in G2, don't throw things at me. They also noted that the stand has a width and depth of 21.5 inches, and that all of these measurements will be subject to change as they are in the early stages of production. They also added an element of humour to the update, much like I do in these news bursts, with some hilarious pics of the sample looking longingly out of windows, relaxing on fishing decks, and tussling with Charlie the cat. Also, whoever owns that kitchen, I'm very jealous of you, it's stunning. Finally, we got a good look at the 26 by 26 by 26 inch box, and it's gorgeous. The design is simple but effective with his planet mode and disembodied head on show. You can also make out the Junkion ship from the animated movie on there too, as well as a small recreation of the scene where Megatron and the other discarded Decepticons are floating towards him in space. Amazing. The simple two-tone design really does it for me and looks super vintage to boot. A solid update, and it's great that we can get to see the Chaos Bringer at this stage. He's coming along nicely. That's it for this instalment of the Full Force News Burst. Thank you to my awesome co-host, me. See you next time, and as always, proceed on your way to oblivion. Make sure you get involved with the discussion by liking, sharing and commenting on these videos, and as always you can keep up with the show after listening by following on Twitter @TheFullForce, liking the Facebook page facebook.com/TheFullForce, and if you would like to contact the show you can message us on either of those platforms with feedback or questions. We have also started a Patreon page, so if you want to see your name up in lights on these videos or enjoy exclusive bonus content, then check out patreon.com/TheFullForce podcast or click the link on any of the posts this podcast appears in. Full Force.